Hey guys, Colton here from the Eevee Kingdom, and welcome to part 4 of What If Blake Was Trained by Naruto. Now, in the last part, I asked the question of what would Blake be able to see through Neo's semblance? And one of you actually answered. So I have that now. They also answered a question I had about Salem, and asked the question, which I already answered, but just in case none of you seen that comment, it was mostly if Blake would be interacting in Boruto's story whatsoever. And that would be a no because I don't really know what would happen in Boruto. I only know some bits and pieces, but not enough to add it into this story. Also, I'm keeping Blake in her story, so she would still be in the story of RWBY, just not knowing Naruto stuff. I did check, and I think the Vital Festival happens at the start of fall. So yeah. What else? Oh yeah. Thank you for supporting this series so far. And the first video is almost at 200 views. What else? Yeah, I had this all planned out. Oh yeah. I'm every time I do these what if videos, I'm slowly getting better at doing these. Okay. Now we'll have to rewind a little bit back into part 3 where Neo first comes. The only change there would be Blake actually notices they're not there. But that doesn't really change them escaping. But Neo does notice that one of them actually seen through her illusion. So yeah. Now, we're continuing the story pretty close to canon, since Blake's not obsessed with capturing the White Fang. She's not tired during class, so I don't think she would get picked. But also, I think she wouldn't just pick Neptune. Wait, no. I know his name. Mercury? The guy with robotic legs. I really did forget his name right now. But yeah, I don't think she would pick him either. So that will just continue, and we'll get through a lot of the dance scene normally. But I will still touch upon it because things, even though they don't make a drastic change to the story, do in fact change. For instance, Sun won't be asking Blake out. I already mentioned this before, but he would probably be asking Weiss out. So yeah, Weiss got asked out by a monkey. Well, if Sun wasn't cool, I would probably say she would say no. Plus, she did have a lot of time to spend with him. And if Blake got with them in the end, also, I'm pretty sure Weiss would still ask Neptune, and he would still say no. So yeah, I think she would actually go with the Sun. And, well, Yang wouldn't really have that talk with Blake because Blake isn't obsessed over finding some answers. So they don't have that moment. Which means, first off, I'm just gonna say this now. Sorry, Bumblebee fans, but Bumblebee isn't happening in this series. And I think it's because of that moment. Since it didn't happen in this series, they don't really have that excuse to become closer friends. Yes, I can still say they become better friends, but not that close. So yeah, sorry Bumblebee fans. I'm pretty sure they would still dance, but that's out of our friend thing. And I think Blake might actually be hanging out with Ruby a lot in this part. I mean, they had a lot more interactions and a lot more or better interactions than in canon. So yeah, I think. Okay, first off, I'm not shipping those two. I'm just saying they'll be a lot closer together. If it leads to it, though, I don't really know. But yeah, that'll lead to everything happening, and yeah, Ruby would have left when everyone else wasn't paying attention or watching John dance in a dress. Yeah, they're probably watching him dance. So yeah, all that would happen, and we would still get to everything else happening. And along with Oobleck, I think that's what his name is. They don't really mention him much, so I don't know. Green guy with coffee. And who ends up hitting a bat at a dog, and the dog catches on fire and takes out a robot. Definitely my favorite scene. Not because the dog's getting attacked, it's more of the dog's becoming a weapon. Plus, the dog was safe in the end, so not animal cruelty, I think. Anyways, the only change before the White Fang's involvement would be Blake's reasoning for being a huntress, which would be to help show everyone that faunists are not just, well, what everyone thinks faunists are. And there's no ulterior motive in this part. So yeah. Now we head all the way to the train. I know I'm skipping a lot, but I'm trying to get it better and get into more detail. But if stuff don't really change, I'm not gonna state it. Okay. Now, I would say everything until they end up splitting up in the train. So Ruby's still taking care of all the White Fang on the train, and along with the robots. But when they encounter Neo's room, Yang's insisting on staying, but Blake would actually cut in, telling them to continue on. As I stated before, Blake was able to see through Neo's illusions. Plus, even with extra training from a stronger Blake, yeah, Yang's weakness is feet. And I mean, well, any of you RWBY fans would know what I'm saying. But if you're not, Yang has a terrible time fighting against people who kick. So yeah, Blake would convince them to go on, which they would. And I think, as I stated before, since there's a stronger Blake, means the team would get stronger in general. Domino effect. So I think Weiss would actually win her match. Or Yang would be the one fighting against the guy with the chainsaw blade. Let me know in the comments which fight would be more interesting. Having a stronger Blake fight chainsaw guy, or having Yang fight that guy. Either way, they would end up being Roman and that guy. But I'll be getting into a conversation about Blake's fight. This one goes pretty much in Blake's favor. Yes, Blake isn't using much jutsus. She's at least creating 4 clones. And overpowering Neo. And Neo trying to use her semblance to create an opening, realizing it's failing. So yeah, Neo's actually getting her butt kicked, which is pretty common nowadays. But yeah, she's just getting her butt kicked every time. Neo does at least have her semblance, which she will get a few of it off, just not enough to really make a difference. But yeah, that would help be how that ends, with Neo actually getting knocked out. So a lot of what would happen later might not happen if it weren't for the amount of Grimm following them. So Neo would still escape. They would all fight. Cinder and her team would still pretend to be fighting the Grimm to help everyone. I do believe Cinder would actually see Blake literally going all out. Keep in mind, the entire city's overrun. Blake has the most powerful moves. So yeah, she's throwing Rasengan. Not only Rasengans, wind Rasengans. Cinder seeing this is just impressed. And yeah, you know how she wanted the Maiden's power? She found another person she wants to steal power from. Yeah, after all that, they're still getting tired. Then Coffee comes up, helps lower the portion of room. Everything happens, get ending. Like, now everyone's in the room. Team RWBY is just discussing on everything that happened. Also, I want to state this now. I think Blake wouldn't be as terrified of dogs. Now, you're probably wondering, wait, Colton, why are you making her not scared of dogs? Why? Well, answer. She was training in the Leaf Village with Naruto. Kiba is a dog specialist. To keep up with... And I believe in training, she was training with other people, so I think... Yeah. I think you guys know where I'm getting with this, but Blake wouldn't be as terrified of dogs since she was also around Kiba a lot. So yeah. Also, Kakashi has dog summoning. Point is, Blake's not as terrified as why. He did her cat at Heritage. But Blake does at least realize she's strong, yes, but she doesn't have enough energy to keep fighting for a long period of time. So, something hit her. There's something Naruto learned and told her she would learn one day. So yeah, she tells her team she wants to go back to the village to do a little training. Her team goes with her, because I'm 100% sure RWBY, he would just be dying to go and see all the awesome weaponry and also all awesome jutsus. Yang would want to get stronger, and Weiss would actually be curious to see a place that doesn't really use dust. So yeah, they'll go to the Leaf Village for an assignment. And also I'm pretty sure her husband would let them go because Blake's already strong, and stronger fighters mean stronger people fight off Grimm. So yeah, they go to the village for a while. Blake actually asks Naruto, who's the Hokage. I'm not including any of the Boruto things because I'm not sure where it lines up at. But yeah, she asks Naruto about the Toad summoning in contract, and yes, I'm leaning to Blake getting Sage Mode. Yes. I said she wouldn't have it because she would be broken, but I believe this is an appropriate time for her to learn it. Plus, if there is a time skip in Boruto and I do end up figuring out when it happens and when this all lines up, yeah, it just makes a lot more sense. So yeah, Blake will be adding Sage Mode to her team. And just since I added the other girls, I'll leave off with what happens before the Vital Festival. RWBY would be just amazed with a lot of weaponry there, and I think her and 10 would actually meet and discuss about their weaponry. So Ruby would have a friend there, and someone who also understands weapon and maintenance. Yang's gonna accidentally stumble upon Rock Lee, and well, I think I mentioned this before, but if I didn't, Blake has seen Rock Lee. She shivers every time and something like that happens. Yeah. Anyways, she's just looking around, learning about the place. But over this time, they will get stronger. And I'll end it there because I want part 5 to be like all of volume 3. Yeah, I mean, I can pretty much compact all of volume 3 into it. Anyways, I hope you liked the video. Sorry if I've been messing up allergies and a lot of other stuff. And every time I record a video, I feel like I need to speak faster than I really do. And so everything I had planned to do for the recording of this video fails. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you liked, and stay tuned for volume 5 because I'll be posting that next week or sometime later. Anyways, I'll see you later.